Welcome to the first episode of Spotlight. It's a working title. Oh, by the way, we're filming this today, July 30th at 4 o'clock p.m. So Spotlight.
Tell us what that is.
So basically, I want to try something new today where we basically, you basically find a brand that, that I think is doing interesting things, and I just want to bring it up and kind of discuss it openly.
Okay.
Kind of break down the pluses, break down the minuses, see where it could go. Just anything, whether it's like business related or aesthetic related, any kind of brand that I see out there in the market that catches my eye. Okay, so I
kind of like a disruptor, kind of not.
I wouldn't say disruptor per se, but it's I guess just
innovative.
I guess discussion worthy.
Okay.
Should I say? Because for example today, I wanted to talk about. Let's open it up.
Okay.
Bad Birdie Golf. So, at first glance, when we discuss Bad Birdie Golf, it's not exactly a disruptor. Okay, when you kind of look through the products that is showing. For the most part, you kind of realize they're not doing anything crazy. What I really like about them is how fresh they could make something so simple.
Yeah.
It's they're not really trying to invent the wheel or anything like that. They're basically figured out a formula that works.
There's elevating.
Yeah, and they're doing it in a way that's really, really fresh for the consumer, but at the same time, very, it's a pure execution play, so to speak, and I'll kind of get into it right now. So I actually found Bad Birdie Golf when I was on Instagram. So,
that's where I find half of my products.
Nowadays, Instagram advertising is pretty crazy, and seeing that I'm always looking at these fashion channels and everything. It's I get a bunch of this, but the reason why their Instagram page really stood out to me is photos such as these, and when you look at these photos, what I noticed about them was they seem to be highlighting just a single classification. And what I mean by a single classification is that they're not trying to develop this giant fucking line.
Yeah.
They're not trying to do shirts and, what they're trying to do is basically just one body. And I think that is the smartest way currently to start a clothing line. Because the one thing that destroys all clothing brands, all startup clothing brands, okay, I'm not going to say all, but I'm going to say 90% of all clothing brands, the reason why they fail before they even get started is because their inventory control.
Yeah.
They lose track of their inventory in a complete way. And it's very easy for that to do because fashion is very unique from other item-driven brands in the fact that they have multiple sizes.
So they need to walk before they run.
Right, and that's the scary thing about fashion that people don't seem to understand is that, let's say, a fashion, let's say a graphic tee line. If you're making a fucking cup holder, or let's say you're making water bottles, for Christ's sakes, you have one design, and that's going to be just one SKU in your inventory, But if you have one designed T-shirt, that's minimum 6. That's 6 items minimum that you got to bring in because you got to bring in a small, medium, large, extra large, XXL.
Yeah.
And each size is unique to very, very limited people in the market,
Sure.
And so just basically inventory control just gets out of control with clothing lines. The one thing I really like about Bad Birdie is, look, I just opened up the shop page, right?
Yep.
You go to new. When you see this, look at all this. Polo, 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 polo. All they're basically doing right now is okay, and I guess they have some t-shirts, but what I really like about their business model is when you go to a factory with something like this, I'm willing to bet you anything. Let's start opening some of these bad boys up. If you look here, the Tarzan, 4-way stretch, anti-odor, 92.8 polyester spandex, right?
Yep.
You can do it, 92.8 polyester spandex. Tempo, 92.8 polyester spandex. This is a super easy play. This is a very, very easy line to develop. All you're looking at is one fabrication, one cut, one body. And all you really have to do is you just need to exchange the prints over and over and over again. This kind of plug and chug business model, it's very simple when it comes to the business end, and what that simplicity allows them to be super fucking creative. And so that's kind of why their Instagram page really stuck out to me because look how bright all their prints look. You know, like you could generate so much content because, you know, like all of our trend talk themes, you know, like every single week we go on, like, you know, you present your trend talks and you literally see almost 20 different print themes in the market at any given point. Because of the simplicity of their business model or their manufacturing model, they could hit every single print trend here.
For sure.
You get what I mean?
Yeah.
They could hit every single trend. It's going to be very, very easy for them to stay updated. And it's like, look at it. It's super simple. You know what they're highlighting. It's a black and white fucking photo with printed shirts. You know, it's going to be very, very easy to market. And I like the fact that they're super niche. It's like, oh, you do golf, you'll like our shit. You know, and it's they seem to like have captured like a very, very specific market that, to be honest with you, flourished during the pandemic. You know,
For sure.
I mean, do you golf? I know you're into it.
I love golf. I'm watching it.
Yeah.
I personally don't play it just because
Yeah.
injuries, whole other story.
So
but
so if you're like, I'm not a big golf person at all.
Yeah.
I don't really do the whole golf thing. I'm not a part of the whole golf culture. I mean, like the closest thing I get to like golf is like I love watching Happy Gilmore. I think Tiger Woods is really cool. You know, it's like I'm like not in golf at all. I don't even know how to keep score in golf. You know, but like. For someone like you who's like into golf and you see something like Bad Birdie, is this something you think you'd be able to wear casually out and about? Or would this be something you're just like, okay, you know what, I'm gonna go golfing, so I'm gonna wear this shit, you know?
definitely more for like if I was going golfing or going to a golf tournament.
Okay.
I'd wear something like that. I don't.
Yeah.
I wouldn't necessarily. I would say I would go out to like to the bars on the weekend and wear that.
Okay.
I think it's definitely more targeted for the golfer.
For golf.
For.
I think it's a beach thing though too.
You think you could?
You could.
You think so?
Yeah.
Well, like, cause
Wear that on the beach.
look, let me put it this way, man. It's like, you were talking about pastel colors for some time now. Like, look at it. They're hitting all the pastel colors. They got the
Yeah, pastel is definitely very golf.
the periwinkle blue here.
Trending.
They got the mint. They got the mint. They got a couple tropical themes. They got a couple conversational prints.
Tribal
they got the whole
prints.
tribal print
Yeah.
look. They got florals.
They're hitting all sectors.
They cover the whole gamut. They cover all the quadrants. And they even got like the fucking like.
Exploded geo.
Yeah, like the exploded geos. This could look
Geo
street
with-
if it wasn't
with,
like
with the palm tree in it. That's
right.
Cool. I mean,
yeah, no, I mean it's like very nice, and it's I just like how tight and comprehensive the line looks, even though like when you really look at it, it's something as far as designing goes, it's as easy as it gets,
Yeah.
So like I mean like I would imagine right now too, like Bad Birdie, like if I were them right now, I would like. Let's just look at it from a business perspective, okay? Like they're gonna have. Okay, so they gotta have a social media manager. Like when I'm looking here at like their social media man, like it's okay. So it's like they posted this an hour ago. Oh shit! Oh my! Like those are all posts. They posted this guy 2 days ago. Like they have a guy basically creating content on the daily. And
what I think
pumping
is
out
cool
content
is
on the
like
daily.
so
Yeah.
like those right there, golf season where they're having all these different. It kind of is. I follow this account called Friday Beers, and they do like these type of kind of meme posts.
Friday Beers are these guys that are right here?
Yeah. I mean, it's more videos and it's just kind of ridiculousness. But
Yeah. Oh, okay. All right, maybe.
or
yeah.
more like that picture. Go to that picture right there with.
Which
no,
one?
down.
Which one are you
down.
looking at? This guy? This guy?
No, down. With right there with Seth Rogen and them. It just does like funny little.
Yeah. Almost.
See how they
Friday.
do where it says golf season. They kind of do the same thing where it's almost Friday.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, so it's
kind of the same format.
yeah, it's basically just like meme generating. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Friday Beers. Oh, this is cute. Okay. Anyways, yeah. So I mean, I really like this whole concept of like a big reason why and so I found Bad Birdie through social media and everything, and a big reason why I was also drawn to it too is because it reminded me of another brand that honestly I think started taking form back in like 2011. I'm sure everybody knows what it is now, but it reminded me a lot of Chubbys.
Yeah.
I mean, the only reason I keep bringing up Chubbys a lot is because when Chubbys got really big when I was still in college. And so like
It was huge when I was in college.
yeah. So like when I was going to USC, like Chubbys was just starting out, just when I was about to graduate, and that's kind of where I got the whole thighs for the guys, thick thighs save lives. You know, like
I feel like that's where
like Chubby's basically
the short was trending.
Right. So like Chubby started off as basically like short swim trunks for super bros, you know? And
super bros.
you know, yeah. So like
I'm gonna start using that the super bro.
You know which ones I'm talking about.
Of course.
Yeah.
Grabbing the beer can.
Yeah, so,
bro.
Right. So it's like it started as like a swim trunk line, you know? And it was super niche. It was very, very specific. It's like, we're gonna make loud fucking prints on really, really short swim trunks. And not everyone's gonna be into it, but like the fact that they went super niche on like an item-driven business, like what it really did was it really helped differentiate them from everybody else. And then everybody started picking it up, and now it's like, people look at you funny when you wear shorts that are below your knees now, you know? But like back in like the 2000s, that's what everybody wore.
They normalized it.
Right. Yeah. So they normalized short shorts. And I feel like Chubbys played a huge role in that, especially with like the millennial culture, you know?
Definitely. And then also, like to your point with how you found them on social media, they blew up their social media, and that's how they got their fan base.
Right. Yeah, like, and so it's like, Chubbys is just very, very...
it's pretty...
Yeah, it's very memeable, you know?
Yeah, and it's, I mean, if you go scroll through it, it's pretty relatable. It kind of looks like the Bad Birdie Instagram as well, where they have kind of live action
so, I mean, you
pictures
know, like,
and
that's kind of...
memes.
Right.
Yeah.
So, you know, let's open... fuck. I don't think I could open both of them. But either way, like... Yeah, so, I mean, that was like the first knee-jerk reaction when I had with Bad Birdie Golf. And it's almost the same thing. It's like a category-driven business. And it's, and... Like, you know, I feel like they're gonna like corner this like golf market, and I feel like this is a big thing now because you're actually even starting to see it on like pages like House of Highlights and all like the like oh shit, that's
Bleacher Report and stuff like that.
Yeah, like you know you see all like those like you see all those like trick golf shots at fuck, I keep missing it. Dude, this is gonna really fuck up my algorithm that I'm clicking all these different things. But like, yeah, no, it's like, where is it? Man, I saw one very recently. Like, it was like one of those like hot, like dime piece chicks, like, you know. All right, whatever. You know what? Honestly, it's not that important. But anyways, like, yeah. But I feel like golf culture is becoming a really big thing, and I think it's really cool that there's like a clothing line that's like capitalizing on it, you know? But like, yeah,
well,
I mean,
you know, instead of just wearing your typical Nike dry fit polo,
yeah, right.
Like,
Yeah.
it's expressive, and so when you're on the golf course, it's like I'm gonna wear something that's loud and out there, and it definitely is more targeting the millennials and the younger generation of golfers.
And it's but I mean, still though, like I think like I'd really like to get into like a business like this too, because when you really think of like what we're doing here at BJD, we're like every single one of the labels that we currently run right now, they're in 6 different categories. Yeah, you know, and it's that. Like, there's positives and negatives to that. Like, one is it's safe for us. It's safe for us because if any one category drops out, we have the means of covering the lost volume with other categories and everything. But at the same time, it's very difficult to execute. It's very difficult to do.
There's a lot of moving parts.
Dude, we die every single quarter, you know, when we start developing and everything, because there's just so much to keep track of, you know? Like we have 3 different developers who are developing across multiple categories, across multiple accounts, and it drives everybody insane. But something like this, it's like literally, I could run this whole entire line like this with literally a 2-man operation. Yeah. You know, I could have one designer and one salesperson, and that's all I'm gonna need. And you know, and we could just kind of plug and chug, you know, and like this, I feel like this type of concept is something like the value channel would absolutely love. And it's like, this is gonna be like great for like ATS business too. It's like, you know, you bring in like maybe you could bring in like 25 like print themes, like 25 print themes a quarter. Yep. And it's literally just one style. So it's gonna be super easy to analyze, super easy to track. And what you do is you do like the first round of sell-throughs and everything, and whichever prints drop out, you mark it down immediately. You could clean it out immediately. Yeah. And the ones that do sell really, really well, you could really buy back into it. And because it's all one fabrication and everything, you could just fucking turn it. You know, it's
very much streamlined.
It would be just like our denim business. Yeah. You know, only for knits. Yeah. And knits are honestly a higher markup item than like, denim is. Denim is like the margins are super duper tight, Let's see if there's anyone else doing something like Bad Birdie. What did we look up?
Something llama.
No, I know, but like,
Lofty llama.
what did we look up?
We went
we went to Amazon. Yeah, right.
We wanted to see if they were selling on Amazon.
Right, because we were talking about Bad Birdie, like we were talking about it, like,
there.
do they sell on
Recently
Amazon?
viewed.
Right. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do golf polos. Is that what you looked up? Oh god.
No, you literally looked at Bad Birdie, and and it brought up that.
Okay. Yeah. So you see, I think this is a great example too. So like, I just literally Amazoned golf polos, and what you literally get is a bunch of tacky looking
You see
bullshit.
Bezos' stock went down.
What's up?
Like 13.
Bro, it dropped like 7-8% today.
Yeah.
What happened?
Lost earnings. Lost like 13.5 billion in
Jesus
stock.
Christ, man. Amazon.
Amazon
did 8% today.
Amazon?
Of course I got stock in Amazon, bro. It's like, yeah, man. Like anyone who's in the stock game is like, got it. Here, actually, off on a tangent. So if you look at my watch list, these are the companies that I'm in. Look at that shit.
I mean, the whole market took a dip today. That's the market.
Dude, we should totally have a video on stocks. Are you in stocks?
No.
You're not?
I need to.
Oh my
I
God,
want to talk
dude.
to you about it more.
No, but like, dude, like
different.
Yeah, I know. But like, honestly, I
happy
would love
hour.
to have like two videos that I'd definitely love to make. Is I'd love to make like a fantasy basketball draft video, or like a fantasy football draft video, where we actually come in and we actually all.
I'm down to do football.
Would you be down for that
3
shit?
years Reading champ.
I know we're kind of going off on a tangent right now, but like I want to make a fantasy draft like video like this.
Yeah.
We could post it fucking annually, and
It only happens.
I
once
love
a
to
year.
do like a stock watch one, like for like
Yeah.
stock market
Yeah.
companies and shit like. Okay, but anyways, let's go back to these golf polos. All right. So if you look at the golf polos nowadays, this is the golf polo. All right. It's all
basic.
It's all pretty lame, like it's all pretty dumb. But if you look up Bad Birdie Golf. All right, so the cool thing about Bad Birdie is they do not sell to Amazon. They do not sell to Amazon, but we looked at Lofty Llama, right?
Yeah.
So this is one of those things where
I wonder if this is an Amazon brand.
it's actually crazy that it might be. Let's look up Lofty Llama right here. Bro, I mean, it could be just like let's Google Lofty Llama. But this is one of those ideas about like once you have like a really good concept and you look it up, there's always somebody else who thinks the exact same thing.
sure.
Man, and it's like, because for me, I always love like this, like just like a one category, like single category, like super niche, like super like themed like fashion clothing line. Anything, whether it's like active, whether it's whatever. Let me see.
Ricky Flowers, that's hilarious.
Dude, Miami Slice. That is awesome.
Well, that's like one that I follow.
They got some punny names for their
Miami Slice. Dude, look at it too. It looks so cool.
I want them to hire me, and I'll just make puns for them all day.
Dude, I am a pun king. I can double alliterations, triple alliterations, anything you want. I got you.
You are punny.
Let's have a pun off.
I'm down.
You guys are so lame. My God. Pun off. All right, so like okay, so it looks like the two big boys in this is the Bad Birdie versus the Lofty Llama. But you want to know something crazy too? Is like I wouldn't be surprised if they were the same company. They were using the exact same body. Look at this shit. It's like
It was 90. I think it was 94 poly, 90, and then 6 spandex.
okay, this is 94.6 here.
Yeah.
These guys here
They're
are
92.8.
Oh shit. So you know what? Bad Birdie is actually better. Or they're okay, I'm not gonna say they're better, but I will say this, Bad Birdie is using more expensive fabric. Oh, but dude, I mean look at this too. Look at the price difference too though, man. Like
I mean
this is like $45
72.
and Bad Birdie's $72. I will say this though, look, if you buy Bad Birdie because you think their prints are better, it's a different story because you're supporting the design.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, 6% spandex is enough.
Yeah.
I will straight up tell you that right now. Like, like our cotton stretch our cotton stretch shirts that we sell,
Yeah.
that's 5% spandex, and when you feel it,
Yeah.
you feel the stretch.
Yeah,
You don't need to be much stretchier than that, you know? Like the more spandex isn't necessarily better. It is always going to be more expensive because spandex yarn is more expensive, but you honestly don't need a lot to get the job done. That's my whole thing with spandex.
A little goes a long way.
A little bit goes a long way, and there is a point of diminishing returns with it. So, wait, 2021 best golf polos. Dude, we should
They advertise themselves on the Amazon store. That's literally one of their.
Yeah, but you know, I will say this though, man. Like, I don't know how I feel about going on Amazon for like doing Amazon, because Amazon. The one part about Amazon that people don't understand is that Amazon, you pay for their warehouse space that they're holding.
Yeah, you pay for shelf life.
Yeah,
right?
you pay for their shelf life, and that's very, very expensive. But at the same time, for a label like Lofty Llama or Bad Birdie, it might not necessarily be a bad idea.
Yeah.
And because
It just depends on their marketing. I mean,
well, because golf polos are so niche.
Yeah.
If you how many people do you think Amazon like golf polos?
probably a lot.
A lot, man,
Yeah.
especially during the pandemic,
Yeah.
you know? And so, like
like
for them to be on it, you could sort of justify it because it's such a niche, like, category, you know?
sure.
And, like, that's another cool thing about, like super duper specific, like, clothing lines. It's like, look, if I wanted to do, like, search engine optimization, or if I wanted to pay Google for AdWords, or if I wanted to pay Facebook or Instagram or Amazon or all these other, like, you know, all these other fucking gangsters for, like, AdWords, and I want to spend $1 million on it, you know, it's like, what am I gonna highlight? Men's sportswear?
No.
Men's denim?
No.
Men's t-shirt? Like, think of how many
Golf-
people are in that.
golf polo.
Yeah, but if you say, like, golf polo, something like that, it's like, how many brands are you competing with, realistically?
Not a
Like,
lot.
10?
Yeah.
You know, like, I mean, Nike's not going to spend all their advertising on golf. They're going to do, like, active, you know, like, something like that. You know, and so that's kind of where, like, going super niche also really helps out with the marketing play as well, you know? And it's, like, that's kind of why it's, like, I really think, especially in, like, this, like, whole ADD generation, like, going as super specific as possible is actually a pretty good thing.
Yeah.
You know, like, a big concept that I wanted to do was, like, I mean, I actually want to do this whole, like polo thing, like, with these prints, because I think this is actually really cool. And I think if you start something like this, you could get, like, legitimately, you could get a solid 3-year run out of this. Like, this is a get in, get out business, because golf is really hot right now.
Yeah.
Golf is really hot right now, and I think for the next 3 years, I think it's going to continue to grow because the residual effects of COVID. You know, a lot of people picked up golf during COVID, you know? And I think it's going to only grow from here, but for like 3 years, I think golf is going to be a fucking hot trend. This is something you could capitalize on, you know? Like, let's say...
Before it gets too saturated.
Well, I mean, you know, you start this, and for 3 years, all you do is pump out prints. All you need to do is find one fabrication, one fit. It's not going to take long. You know, I could hire a freelance designer to put together this body, and then from there, just do like freelance graphic design work and just pump out graphics. You know, and what you do is you flood the market, you saturate the market like crazy for a couple years. Get out while you're still on top.
Yeah.
Get out while you're still on top, and you know what? You pocket a couple bucks. You know, and then you use that, and you can invest in something else. You know, like.
And then get on the next trend.
Right, exactly. You find the next trend, you know, and it's
Bowling shirts.
you know, that was like a thing we talked really long and hard about.
Bowling shirts?
Yeah, you know, like the Charlie Sheen ones with
Yeah,
like
yeah,
the
yeah.
fucking panels and shit, like the super retro, like.
And have like your name embroidered right there too. The Big Hoss. The Big Lebowski.
Dude, so
I've
like
actually never seen The Big Lebowski. Is that a good movie?
bowling shirts. I mean, honestly, like I'm not big on watching like old time flicks.
Yeah.
You know, and like it's
It's not that old.
I mean,
You know what I watched recently?
When
It was
did it
really
come
good.
out?
You ever seen Office Space?
I mean, like, probably like late 90s, early 90s.
Office Space?
Early 2000s.
Weren't you the one talking
bro,
about?
that's like 3 decades ago, man.
Weren't you telling me?
1998.
Jeff, weren't you telling me about Office Space? Weren't we talking about that a while ago?
Probably.
You've seen it though.
Yeah, I've seen Office
It's
Space.
great. I just watched it this last weekend.
Yeah.
Great movie. It's hilarious.
Office Space.
Office Space is older, right? That's like
Oh,
early 90s,
shit.
right?
Oh, fuck me. God damn it. Hold on.
What?
What?
Oh, no, okay, we're good. Yeah, I thought I stopped the whole thing because it's like, yeah. Okay, so Office Space. Are you talking about the one with Mike Judge? This one?
Mike Judge.
Yeah, Mike Judge, yeah. Yeah, I didn't watch this.
Oh, that's classic, man.
Yeah, you see, I'm one of those guys who are like, the newer shit's always better than the older shit, you know, because people improve. Nobody digresses.
True. I like seeing the quality though, and it's like how it's evolved from now, and be like, wow, that was how they shot movies back then.
Yeah.
And that's what got everyone's attention. And now it's
oh my god, dude, look at how tacky this one is. Holy shit. Who would wear this? Are you telling me this is one of the top golf holes of 2021? Are you fucking for real, dude?
That's disgusting.
How much? Yeah, you see, not found.
Yeah, good thing it's not found.
You know, maybe they sold out of it, dude. It's pretty gross. Yeah, but anyways, so let's kind of wrap this up. So just like in terms of like a recap, the reason why I wanted to highlight Bad Birdie Golf is, like you said, I don't think they're really like breaking the wheel. Mm-hmm. I don't think they're this revolutionary new hot thing. The reason why I wanted to highlight them is like I wanted to show a really good example of how you don't have to recreate the wheel. Mm-hmm. Sometimes simple is best, and simple allows you more room for creativity. Mm-hmm. Simple is like, just because something is simple does not make it necessarily. It doesn't necessarily diminish like the brand itself, you know? Like simple is easy to understand. Mm-hmm. And I expect Bad Birdie to continue growing. You know, I expect them to like let's see. Let's look up.
I mean, they'll probably...
Let me see how many followers they got.
I think it was like 82,000. Yeah. I have really good memory when it comes to numbers like that.
I think...
Weird as
well. Llama only had like 7,000.
What's up?
Lofty Llama only like 7,000 or something like that.
Let's look up Lofty Llama. So they have like 80 something, right? Lofty Llama has like 6,000. Yeah. Like I could see Bad Birdie Golf. I could see them tripling this, no problem. Maybe even increasing the follower count by like 5 times.
Especially if they get pro athletes on board.
Right.
Too.
Yeah. So I mean, like I think for them right now, it's like I think they're in like a really good place. And honestly, for them too, it's like I said too, it's even when you do look through it too, it's like honestly, I think they should just focus on polos. Like they're doing hats. I think hats are pretty dope, and hats is mostly one size.
That black one right there.
This one bad.
So sick with the rope.
Yeah, I want this guy, man.
So everything that they are doing good.
Yeah.
Do you see any negatives that?
So for me, it's like when I just like kind of click shop.
Yeah.
The one thing I really liked about them is how they specialize so much. Like they were super niche and they focused only on like polos.
Yeah.
But now that I see this here too, it's like. I think they should lose accessories. I think they should lose the shorts. I think they should lose all of these other things. You know, it's like all of this is.
I mean, well, it's very limited, so it's not like it's their prints are what makes them, and that's where they're really heavily focused, and that's where their polos are at.
Right. I mean, like you see, like bottoms, like this is cool. Like like 1 or 2 pieces.
And I think it's cool because it's they don't have that many options,
right?
And they're definitely
and like I mean these two, like they're all using the same fabric
towards their polos. So buy a polo and then buy the short as well, so it complements it.
Yeah, like
and it's like we're not bombarding you with a bunch of different options.
Right.
It's like this short looks good with this top.
Right.
This short looks good with this polo.
Yeah, I think like one thing if I have one recommendation for Bad Birdie, I mean not that they need my help. They seem to be doing pretty well without but if I have to give them any kind of unsolicited advice, it would really be to just keep it simple. Like keep it staying simple. You don't need a whole lot of you don't need a whole lot of everything. You know, like I mean even for me too, like that's something like I try to really hammer home too, is because like one big thing that really helped me out to help sort out a lot of BGD's major issues is that in the past what we would do is per container we would bring in 48 different styles. And now I'm bringing in close to 12 to 20.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? If you lower down the SKU count, you simplify everything, and you try not to diversify so much. Yeah. What will happen is it'll help you out a lot with your inventory control. It'll help you out with a lot of things. More is not necessarily always better. And
quality is better than quantity. Kind of
cliche,
as I'd say.
Yes and no. I mean, that's not exactly what I mean too, because I'm not really talking about quality here. It's what I'm talking about is it's
stick to your strong suits. Don't go.
It's got to be clear.
Yeah.
It's got to be clear. Yeah. It's got to be clear to your customer as well. People will appreciate a really really tightly developed line. You know, and it's I think that's a big thing. That's something I tell them to focus on. And it's I mean, they're making a shit ton of markup on this. I know like, I mean maybe okay if they're making this in China, maybe it costs them like fucking like $6 to make this shit.
Some nice margins right there.
Yeah,
$72 shirt.
Yeah, it's and you know what? Honestly, like, if you're not paying $6 for this Bad Birdie, hit me up. I'll make this for you for $6.
We're in the talks.
But anyways, yeah, like, yeah. So I mean, they're making some pretty decent margin here, from what I could see. I'm pretty sure like the next step for them too is like I'm pretty sure what they're really focused on right now is distribution. Their product seems to be like fairly like set.
Yeah.
They just got to decide where they want to go with this. You know, whether, you know, like because I highly doubt right now that they're getting all the volume that they could handle off of like e-com. And not only that too, e-com like distribution's tough. You know, people are just buying single sizes at one time.
For sure.
You know, digging through your warehouse, finding those single sizes, shipping label, you know, all of that
Probably
shit.
why they have such a high markup.
Yeah, it's like that's pretty tough.
There's probably a lot of just one-off
Right.
sales.
Yeah, so it's pretty tough. Like I wonder if they're selling anywhere else, you know? Oh no. No, I'm not gonna give
Don't give them your data.
I'm not gonna give you my data. Fuck you. But like, yeah, no, it's God, look at this.
It's hilarious. This is the game with the memes.
Yeah, it's like it's great.
Mac Miller.
Damn.
What, is that Beyonce?
It's Beyonce. Okay, anyways. Steph. Mahomes. All right, so yeah, yeah. I mean, so either way, we were gonna wrap this up. So let's wrap this up.
Yep.
So yeah, the reason why I like them is because of the simplicity. I see them up and coming. I think they're gonna grow for sure. I like how simple it is for them. I mean, they're not gonna have to really do much to even like grow. If they just keep doing what it is that they're doing right now, I think they're gonna be fine.
Yeah.
A big thing that like I think. For me, it's like, this is like a perfect get in, get out play. I think the longer they try to stay in this whole Bad Birdie thing, if they have this huge ego and they try to grow Bad Birdie into this huge like lifestyle line,
It's gonna hurt him in the end.
I think it's gonna hurt him in the end, you know? But like, I think for me, it's like, this is like like I said, this is a great opportunity for just like go in, milk this shit for all it's worth.
Well, and optimizing on the
Yeah, or you know what?
Growth of golf.
You know what they should do is they should just follow like the Supreme model, where it basically is like you develop this like really niche product, you milk the money for all it's worth, and then sell it to like the VF Group or something like that.
Yeah.
You know, like sell it to like have like one of these like giant fashion houses buy you out for like
I can see
$900
them
million.
selling to like, you heard of Travis Matthew?
Yeah.
Big golf line. Like,
Yeah.
I can see them selling
Yeah, exactly.
to that,
Like you know
getting
what?
the
And
rights
then
to that.
and just like sell the data, sell all that shit.
Yeah.
You know, sell out. You know, swim
out
in your
while you're-
fucking
get out-
money.
get out while you're on top.
Yeah, right. Exactly. I mean, like that's the way I would do it. But I mean, like I said, I mean, I'm sure they know what they're doing. So yeah. But anyways, yeah. Do you have anything else to add to this?
No, that was fun. Spotlight.
All right. Spotlight.
Spotlight.
Episode 1. Yeah. Working title. Anyways, thank
Bye,
you.
brother.
Have a good one.